The transit I've been waiting for the most in February arrives on Thursday, February 22nd, when Mars, the planet of action and desire, unites with Venus, the planet of ease, charm, and love, creating lots of sparks, excitement, inspiration, leadership opportunities, and creative success. This is going to be fun. Let's take a closer look and break it down for all 12 signs. My name is Anastasia. I'm a traditional Western astrologer specializing in natal, relationship, and predictive readings. If you enjoy my content, please support me by leaving a like or a comment, subscribing, and pressing the notification bell. All of that helps my channel grow, helps YouTube algorithms show my content to more people. Additionally, you have the option of saying thank you by buying me a coffee. I really appreciate that. Before we dive in, only during the month of February, you can take advantage of my relationship reading sale and save $20 on the in-person consultation. The coupon code is down below. Or you can save $40 on the recorded reading in the shop section of my website. That reading works for both singles and for couples. If you're single, I'll take a look at your natal potential, tell you where you might meet that significant other, what they will be like, give you some advice, and tell you about the dates coming up that will be important. If you are in a relationship, I will take a look at your compatibility, describe your gifts as a couple, your strength, as well as give you advice on how to avoid the more challenging aspects. In the shop section of my website, you can also find my magical creations such as candles and oils. For example, this is Venus in Libra from 2022. These are almost sold out. They smell like roses and they are decorated with copper foil. This is perfect for anyone born with their natal Venus in Aries, Scorpio, or Virgo, the signs Venus is less comfortable in. If your Venus is in the dark house, like 6th, 8th, or 12th, or if it's making difficult aspects, like a square or opposition to Mars, to Saturn, or Pluto. There is also Venus in Libra 2, which is a more recent creation of mine, and this time around I went with gemstones that are connected to Venus and the honeysuckle jasmine scent. I love this one. I mean, you know, I'm born with Venus in Virgo, so when I first started creating talismans, I started with bracelets, and my first bracelet was actually Venus in Libra bracelet. So I'm going to continue the tradition by creating candles and oils for the Venusian themes. I'm also Venus ruled as a Libra rising, so it kind of feels like my wheelhouse. In my shop, you can also find my Mars candles and oils, such as Exalted Mars or Mars Cazimi. Both of them capture strong Mars. Exalted Mars is Capricorn, Cazimi is Scorpio. Very good for, you know, the bedroom stuff, really good for exercising, for sticking to goals, finding motivation and energy. So definitely check out the full selection I have. And now let's talk about Venus-Mars. This is a very exciting transit for me. It doesn't happen that often. Last time we had this was February 16th, 2022. It happened in Capricorn, and March 6th, 2022, it happened in Aquarius. So it's been 2 years. And this is approximately the amount of time it takes these two to come together due to the fact that they move differently. And Venus in Greco-Roman myth is Aphrodite, while Mars is Aries. And Aphrodite is the beauty that is desired by all, and Aries is very impulsive. He's the god of war, and they have a very passionate, at times tumultuous relationship, right? Like Venus is all about ease and pleasure and joy and taking things slow and sort of attracting beauty, versus Mars is all about action. It's quite like masculine, young, confident energy. So if you have too much Mars, you have aggression. If you have too much Venus, you have laziness, right? Or sort of indecision, both of the downfalls of the signs ruled by Venus, Taurus, and Libra, or you know, aggression or plotting, scheming, the downsides of the signs ruled by Mars, Aries and Scorpio. But when the two of these come together, you have, somehow it works, right? Somehow it's beautiful It's passionate, it's exciting, so it's a very good transit for sexual satisfaction, for romantic pursuits, for going on dates. You are both direct and confident, but you're also charming. It's like I said, you know, too much Mars, people will be intimidated by you. They might be scared, they might be threatened. Venus softens it. It's like the two kind of together have this like perfect it quality. So you desire a partner, you desire romance, but you're not aggressive. You are charming instead. You are sort of gentle and sensual and kind of good at connecting with other people. Mars and Venus together is perfect for creative projects too, right? If you're single and you're not interested in dating or playing in the bedroom, whatever it is, it's a good time to start the works of art, especially something that requires like physical energy, right? Like sculpture or dance or those are the two that come to mind. So those could be great. Leading and reaching out to people for support, asking them for guidance is also beautiful around this time. Finding followers, finding people who can be aligned with you, finding allies is beautiful for this time, around this time. So socializing, going out, having fun is definitely great. And you can give this transit, I would say like 5 days on each side, because the moment Venus enters Aquarius, which happens on the 16th of February, she is already right next to Mars, right? She's pretty close to him. So I would give it 5 days on each side, or at least 3 days on each side if you want to be very precise. So it's a great time to make amends. It's a great time to present your desires, to ask people for help, ask your bosses for recognition. It's a great time to start new projects, to connect romantically, connect sexually. Dating, if you start dating someone around this time, or you get married, get engaged around this time, you may infuse your relationship with some of those exciting qualities. So let's take a look at all 12 signs to give you some clues on what this might bring for you. I recommend listening for your rising sign, because rising sign is the starting point of the chart and it determines where the transits fall. I get this question more often than any other question. And if you'd like to know more, if you ever are curious as far as what things mean for you, what's ahead for you, book a reading with me at anastasiadoesastrology.com to find out. I have different reading options. So starting with Aries rising, Venus conjoins Mars in your 11th house in the sign of Aquarius. So here it's all about connections. It's all about friendships and networks, and turning friendship into a relationship is quite likely at this time. Turning friendship into a partnership, right? Venus rules your 7th house, Mars rules your 1st house. So it's like you and your partner coming together in the house of friendships, in the house of networks. So go out around this time. Go out a day before, a day after, the day off. Like if you're interested in meeting someone, send that email, connect with people, explore new hobbies, new interests. You never know how beneficial this could be. Venus also rules your 2nd house of money. Mars rules the house of other people's money. So joining forces, joining resources with other people, signing contracts around this time, and finding financial success, moving your business forward, paying off a debt, social connections can lead to a lot of exciting financial and romantic possibilities at this time. And please let me know. Let me know what happens in your life. If that is indeed going to come true, I would like to know. Next, if you are a Taurus rising, Venus and Mars come together in your 10th house, and this is beautiful for professional achievement. This is beautiful for asking for a raise, for asking for a new project, for doing work that is kind of competitive, but also social. So when you're maybe speaking at a conference and you are organizing other people, you're leading the project, the chances of success are high at this time. It is also a very passionate and romantic conjunction. So You meeting your significant other through the job or at the place of work is highly likely. You even like starting a project with your significant other. On some level, I can also see you escaping with your significant other and going traveling, because Mars rules your 12th house. But kind of exciting connections that can lead to professional, romantic, or even like some kind of spiritual fulfillment, because Mars rules your 12th, and 12th represents mental health, imagination, spirituality, healing. So maybe you are taking your career in that direction, or you are traveling or partnering up with people who share those interests with you. Let me know how this resonates. If you are a Gemini rising, Mars and Venus come together in your 9th house. What a beautiful time to book a trip, to go on vacation with somebody you love, to take a class like a cooking or tantra, some kind of, like romantic, passion-driven class, to learn more about relationships, to learn more about sex. Venus rules your 12th and 5th, Mars rules your 11th and 6th. So possibilities of, sort of turning friendships into relationships, maybe starting collaborations that involve education, that involve like teaching or studying, that involve travel, writing, publishing, is very, very likely here. Legal matters can reach some kind of exciting turn, right? If you've been involved in some kind of legal situation for a long time, Venus and Mars coming together in the 9th house can bring things to completion, can bring some kind of resolution. If you are a parent, Venus rules your 5th house. There might also be positive developments in your child and their education. So a lot of kind of exciting, I think, both professional but also creative possibilities. Next, we have Cancer rising. Venus and Mars come together in your 8th house. There could be some answers to your financial situation. They can help you. They can bring people into your life. Maybe it's your friends. Maybe it's your family members. Maybe it's your relationship, your romantic partner that helps solve some of your financial struggles, if there are financial struggles. You may be consulting a financial advisor and figuring out ways to consolidate your debts. You may be dating your financial advisor for some of you. Maybe you're hooking up with your accountant or someone like that, because Venus and Mars is passionate. It's a great time to start a collaboration with somebody else, to even talk to a therapist, to start a partnership that helps your career advance, because Mars rules your 10th and the 5th. Making changes, I think, to finances, making changes to agreements, having an easier time of negotiating, compromising, figuring things out that will ultimately bring more balance, more pleasure, more sort of ease into your life is likely here. If you are a Leo rising, how lovely is that for you? Because Venus and Mars come together in your 7th house. It's the place of love. It's the place of romance. So very literally a passionate night, date night, and give it a few days on each side, right? This happens on like very early Eastern time on the 22nd, but you can allow 3 days before, 3 days after at least. So more compromise, more ability to use your kind of drives and egos and desires in relationship to come together, to find some kind of common purpose. If you are single, maybe it's a friendship, maybe it's a business partnership that is growing, that is evolving, that is, you're sort of feeling the electric energy circulating through you because you're finding common ground, you're finding some kind of purpose. Venus rules your 10th house and 3rd house, so here very much questions of work, questions of business, questions of common interests, projects with siblings, family members. Mars rules your 9th and the 4th. Maybe something that involves writing, maybe something that involves education or travel. Maybe you're moving or traveling and getting really excited about that. Meeting someone while traveling is also a possibility. So think about that. Let me know how this resonates down below. And I hope it's a good one. I think it's a good placement. It's a good position to have this happen in. Good house. If you are a Virgo rising, Mars and Venus come together in your 6th house. So here you're looking at the place of work, health, service, sacrifice towards a worthy cause, right? So this could be the time when you take on a new project that is hard and requires a lot of commitment, a lot of energy, but you feel driven, you feel interested, you feel engaged, right? It could be connected to education. It could be connected to business because Venus rules your 9th while Mars rules your 3rd. Could be connected to like exploring your skills and exploring your knowledge, maybe even sharing your knowledge, because around this time you can be taking professional action that is allowing you to express your gifts, right? And actually feeling rewarded. You may start dating a co-worker at this time, or you experience some kind of better flow in your professional relationships. You're able to take the lead, you're able to express yourself and get appreciation, get recognition and approval from other people. I can also see happy financial developments because Venus rules your 2nd, Mars rules your 8th. Paying off debts, getting bonuses, getting a raise, getting some kind of like student loan forgiveness or loan approval are all possibilities here. Next, we have Libra risings. For you, Libra risings, this is happening in the 5th house. This is very lovely because 5th house is the place where Venus rejoices. It's the place of pleasure. It's the place of love and sex and fun and children. And Venus rules you. Mars rules your partner. So at the very least, this could be a really passionate night, a really kind of exciting coming together, connection, birthing of something. 5th house represents children, so getting pregnant, right? Getting pregnant with a creative idea, getting sort of inspired. Venus also rules your 8th house of partnerships, and Mars rules the 2nd house of your personal money. So investing into a creative project, finding backers, finding supporters, finding allies are all possibilities here. Exploring different facets of pleasure, opening up to different experiences. It could be romantically, but it could also just be about going skydiving for the first time if you felt scared, and experiencing a sense of exhilaration because it fills you with light and fire and passion. And please let me know how this resonates. At this point, Venus and Mars and the Sun and Mercury and Pluto has all entered the Sun. The Sun leaves on the 18th, but they have all experienced Aquarius, highlighted your 5th house. So maybe you've already been feeling that need to reinvent joy and pleasure. Next, we have Scorpio rising, lovely Scorpio risings. Venus and Mars come together in your 4th house. So beautiful opportunity to resolve any conflicts in the home, to come to an agreement with your construction workers or with your mortgage broker or with your family members. There could be a sense of family karma getting resolved or feeling sort of happier. It's a great time to take action in the home that is designed to beautify your home, that is designed to connect people. Have I can't figure out this word right now. It's I don't know. It's like when people, this is a more negative example, but it's like when people, intervention. Have an intervention. Or, get your family together, sit around the table, hash things out, or gather your family for a sporting event or for painting the bedroom, anything like that. Venus rules your partner, Mars rules you, so coming together for a quiet night but also a passionate night is quite likely. Venus also rules your 12th house, Mars rules your 1st house. So I definitely feel there's Mars rules your 6th house. I feel like it's either quiet, internal, sort of happy, personal, private time, or it's a more family escape, escaping with people you love, kind of getting away and connecting on a more private level, which should be right up your alley, Scorpio. You like privacy. Let me know how this resonates down below. Now, if you are a beautiful Sagittarius rising, Venus and Mars come together in your 3rd house, and immediately I'm thinking of writing. I'm thinking of business. I'm thinking of communicating, new ideas, electric fast mind, coming up with some kind of exciting solution to an old problem, right? Venus rules your 6th house of problem solving. Mars can come in and bring like a creative solution. Mars rules your 5th house of pleasure. So you are getting a chance to like, either you're talking with a sibling or a family member and they give you an idea, or it's just happening in your mind. You figure out how to deal with like your child's health situation in a unique way. You figure out how to have fun while also attending to their needs. Venus also rules your 11th, Mars rules your 12th. So finding kind of spiritual connections, going out with friends, having a good time in your neighborhood is a possibility here. I can also see this bringing romance through a local bar, through dating a neighbor, connecting with someone you met through your siblings, someone who's sort of like in your periphery, someone who's nearby, and then you connect with them. And if it's not romantic, there could also be like business opportunities, creative possibilities, other kind of mind stimulating encounters, right? Maybe you're traveling and you just meet like a fellow traveler of the same background and you're like so excited about this. Next, if you are a Capricorn rising, Venus and Mars come together in your 2nd house, and what a great time to make an investment, to take your money, make it work for you, to maybe invest it in some kind of creative project or in a beauty stock, or Venus deals with love, connection, art, beauty. So definitely can be a good time to make financial moves, to like ask for more money potentially, to make an investment, to join your resources with other people, to invest in real estate, because Venus rules your 10th house of career, Mars rules your 4th house of home and family. So you can experience either some kind of gain through real estate, or maybe, investment in real estate, support from family can be coming your way around this time. It's just like an overall good financial energy, and also an overall maybe sense of agreement between you and your friends, between you and your family members. It could also be a great time to kind of talk about the future with your partner, to even talk about the future with your boss, right? And see whether your plans align with their plans and their vision for you. Please let me know how this resonates down below. If you are a lovely Aquarius rising, this is happening in your 1st house, so it's very embodied. You are this charming Venus and action-driven Mars. Lovely time to solve any problems, lovely time to express yourself. You can be both direct, but also non-threatening, charming, right? So great time to talk to people. Venus rules your 4th and 9th, Mars rules your 3rd and 10th. So if there's any tensions in your home, any tensions with siblings or neighbors, this is a great time to kind of talk about that. This is a great time to change your look, to explore a new passion, to present a new version of yourself, to do something that is social but also energetic, like maybe get your friends together and plan a trip, or get your friends together and go outside for a run with them. Lovely, I think, for any version of like asserting yourself, changing your look, starting new projects, starting like exercise, professional initiatives, anything like that. And now if you are a Pisces rising, Venus and Mars are coming together in your 12th house. So this reads as clandestine, quiet romance behind the scenes that is hush-hush and nobody knows about. So very, very likely just like sort of private evening with your partner. I would warn you, as always, with 12th house, gotta warn you against like hidden love affairs, getting involved in situations that are not healthy for you. You feel lonely, you feel in need of affection, and you contact your toxic ex, or you're doing things that are destructive. You're sort of escaping in the quest of like joy and pleasure. You choose to escape. So watch out for that. It could be you can reach really great benefits through therapy, through talking to friends at this time. You can find like a hidden spiritual passion as well, or really find a lot of joy and solitude and connect with yourself. Venus rules your 3rd and 8th houses, and Mars rules your 2nd and 9th. So like learning, exploring your interests can be quite beautiful around this time. And you may also experience financial gains or a chance to draw your resources and put it together with other people. And please let me know how this resonates. How has Venus and Mars in your 12th house been so far? Thank you for listening. I hope my excitement has been conveyed to you. I'm definitely thrilled about this transit, and I hope it goes well for all of us. So enjoy, and I look forward to talking to you in the next video.